Let's stop pretending LeBron and Luka work. It's a year in. They don't.
In Hollywood, when two stars share the same spotlight, one of them eventually becomes the bigger attraction. And when that moment arrives, the studio does not keep both contracts alive. One rises, the other quietly gets pushed to the exit. Colin Cowherd said it straight on national television with zero hesitation and no sugarcoating.
Let's be totally honest about LeBron and the Lakers. Let's just be frank about this. It was always a Hollywood marriage, right? Two hot stars. And you know what happens in Hollywood. One of the stars eventually starts dating somebody younger. That's Luka.
He looked at the Los Angeles Lakers. He looked at a team that just dropped 5 of its last 7 games. Then he looked at the stat sheet and delivered a verdict that shook the entire NBA conversation. A 41-year-old veteran putting up 15 points on 7 of 16 shooting while his 25-year-old co-star erupts for 41 points and drags the franchise forward night after night. That was the moment Cowherd said what many around the league already believed, but few in Los Angeles wanted to say out loud. This is a Hollywood breakup, and LeBron James is the one getting served the papers. The numbers make the story even louder. LeBron is now the second slowest player in the entire league.
LeBron is 41. He's averaging the fewest minutes of his career. He's shooting under 30% on threes, the fewest points per game since his rookie season, and he is the second slowest player in the entire league. LeBron had leverage over the NBA for 21 years, 22 years. It's all dried up. And he's been such a mercenary, and I have defended him for his mobility. Good for him. But he has been such a mercenary, there's no reason to be sentimental and romantic about it. There's no need for that. He bailed on teams. I supported it. They were good business moves, and the Lakers probably and should bail on him.
And his scoring average has dropped to the lowest points per game since his rookie season. Let that sit for a moment. Not his second season, not year 3 when defenses were still learning how to guard him. His rookie year, 2003. LeBron James right now is scoring at the same pace he did when he was a teenager fresh out of high school wearing a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey for the first time. And Colin Cowherd simply confirmed what the numbers, the film, and the recent losing streak have been shouting for weeks. The Hollywood partnership is cracking apart, the split is coming, and Luka Dončić is already stepping into the bigger spotlight.
I just thought it was laughable, coming from one of the greatest players that ever played a game, to say that it's harder to play now than it was then.
Are you ready to see him go from the Lakers?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm a fan, but I don't mince words either. I mean, I think this should be his last year here.
But this story goes deeper than one television take, because what we are watching is not a single bad night. It is a pattern that keeps repeating. The Lakers just lost to the Phoenix Suns 113-110 on the road, their third straight loss. Luka Dončić dropped 41 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, dragging the team back from a 12-point fourth quarter deficit almost by himself. Shot after shot in the closing minutes, pressure moments. Every possession mattered, and Luka kept attacking. And in the process, he joined a legendary list in Lakers history. Elgin Baylor, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and Jerry West. The only players with 9 or more 40-point games in a single season. Meanwhile, LeBron James finished with 15 points and went 0 for 3 from beyond the arc.
Just go game by game, trying to win every game. Obviously, we hadn't started good, but nothing's over. Just gotta keep bringing the mindset of trying to win every game.
The Suns were missing 2 key players, Devin Booker and Dillon Brooks, yet the Lakers still walked away with another loss. After the game, Luka addressed the media calmly and directly. He did not shift blame. He did not deflect questions. He simply said the team has to fix the problems and move forward.
When Austin Reeves and Luka Dončić play together, when it's just the two of them out there, the Lakers are an excellent team. When all 3 of them play out there, they're not. So it's actually a 20-point difference.
That is the voice of a franchise cornerstone, focused, accountable, no excuses. Our losses are louder because of the way we lose. That is how the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers described the situation, and that statement says everything about what this team looks like right now. When the Lakers lose lately, it does not feel like they simply ran into a better team or a hot shooting night.
We've certainly had our I would say this, we talk about this as a staff, like our losses are louder than other teams because we're the Lakers and because of the way we lose.
It looks like something else entirely. It looks like a team giving away possessions, a team letting effort slip, a team allowing 15 offensive rebounds to a shorthanded Phoenix Suns squad and watching 22 three-pointers rain down on them. And as one three-time champion who played in that arena said, it looked like a team with no heart. 3 days before the Suns' loss, the Lakers fell to the Orlando Magic 110-109 at home. Luka finished with 22 points and 15 assists. LeBron James and DeAndre Ayton both added 21 points each. The offense was there. The problem was everything else. Loose rebounds slipping away, defensive breakdowns piling up, and a final possession that turned into total confusion. Luka caught the inbound pass wide open with 6.7 seconds left, but hesitated after hearing something shouted from the baseline. The play collapsed, the clock ran out, and the Lakers walked off the court with another loss. Then came the press conference moment that raised even more eyebrows. Reporters asked LeBron about the final play, and he responded by telling them to go ask Luka what he saw. 5 days, 2 losses, and 0 real accountability from the player whose contract expires at the end of the season. After the Suns' defeat, Shannon Sharpe jumped on the nightcap show and did not hold back. He said plainly, "They're a bad basketball team. I know everybody say, well, LeBron needs to leave." Then he dropped the line that stunned longtime fans. They're not a championship contending team with LeBron. They're not going to be a championship contending team without LeBron. That statement carried weight because Shannon Sharpe spent years defending LeBron James on television. He built part of his media career standing across from Skip Bayless and arguing LeBron's case thousands of times. So when one of LeBron's most loyal defenders suddenly says the Lakers cannot contend with him on the roster, the conversation shifts completely. At that point, the debate is no longer about if a split might happen. It becomes about whether it should have happened already. Colin Cowherd has been hinting at this for weeks. Even before the Suns game, he pushed the argument further than the Hollywood divorce comparison. He said something that cuts right to the heart of the situation. As long as LeBron is on the roster, as long as LeBron is on the Lakers, Luka will always be the prince. He will never be the king. And you cannot build a championship team around a prince. Right now, Luka Dončić is leading the league in scoring with 32.7 points per game. He already has 9 40-point games this season. He just dropped 41 points against the Suns in a game that likely becomes a blowout loss without him. He is averaging 8.6 assists and 7.8 rebounds on 47% shooting. That is the production of the most dominant offensive force in the league. Yet culturally and organizationally, he still sits behind LeBron James in the Lakers hierarchy. LeBron is averaging the fewest minutes of his career and the lowest scoring numbers since 2003, but the franchise still revolves around him. Roster decisions, organizational direction, even locker room dynamics still orbit around LeBron's influence. Bronny remains on the roster. The front office has spent years adjusting priorities around LeBron's preferences. And according to ESPN reporter Dave McMenamin, the Lakers are even open to bringing LeBron back next season if he wants to continue. When Colin Cowherd reacted to that report, his response carried a clear message. The quote began sounding like a defense of LeBron. But by the end, it felt like an indictment of the entire situation, because saying it's on Luka to make it work quietly admits something is already blocking it from working. And the obstacle sitting in the middle of the equation is the veteran star on the Lakers bench in the final minutes, scoring 15 points on 7 of 16 shooting while the second slowest player in the league tries to remember what day it is. The Lakers now sit at 34-24, holding the 6th seed in the Western Conference, but the momentum is clearly slipping. They have dropped 5 of their last 7 games, and the standings are tightening fast. The Phoenix Suns, the same team that just beat them without Devin Booker and Dillon Brooks, are now only 1 game behind in the standings. The entire Western Conference playoff race is shifting in real time, and right now, the Lakers are drifting in the wrong direction at the worst possible moment. Austin Reeves summed up the mood in the locker room after the Suns' loss with just 2 words: very frustrated. That comment matters because Reeves almost never criticizes the team publicly. He has stayed calm, professional, and supportive through every rough stretch this season. So when a player like that describes the atmosphere as very frustrated, it tells you everything about what is happening behind those locker room doors, and the cameras caught exactly what those words were pointing toward. The train is starting to shake on the tracks. The Hollywood partnership is cracking apart, and the player who once drove the entire direction of this franchise is now putting up his lowest scoring numbers since his rookie season. Colin Cowherd explained the situation in the simplest way possible. He said one star is now dating someone younger. That is Luka. And in Hollywood, when that happens, the older star rarely gets a sequel. So the question now becomes impossible to ignore. Is LeBron James the reason this Lakers season is unraveling? And does this team realistically have any chance to make real noise in the playoffs if nothing changes? If you are watching this situation unfold, drop a comment right now. And if the split does not happen until next summer, hit that like button and subscribe. The Hollywood breakup is already in motion, and we have a front row seat to the drama.